Congressman. One of the things that is ignored generally in the debate, but the IEA should be commended for publishing excellent studies on this, as has the World Bank and many other international organizations. The underlying infrastructures required to make the minerals and materials to transport them are all hydrocarbon-based, coal, oil, and gas. The industries themselves that produce minerals consume 40% of all the world's industrial energy. And there is no path to replace coal, oil, and gas at scale globally in the industrial sector. What that means is when you produce an electric car, you're consuming oil and gas and coal before the car is delivered to your driveway, and therefore you're causing CO2 emissions. We actually don't have a very good number to know exactly how much it is. We know what the range is. And I'll commend Volkswagen and Volvo for publishing studies that illuminate that, and they point out that when you take that into account, you radically reduce the ostensible, dramatic reduction in CO2 emissions. And in fact, in some cases, as they pointed out, you can wipe out all the CO2 emissions from not burning gasoline. So when I was in Norway recently, which buys the most electric cars per capita at the moment, they pointed out that everybody that bought a Tesla, a lot of Teslas are very popular there. Nice car, well made, beautiful engineering. What you've already done is exported somewhere between 15 and 20 tons of CO2 when you buy that one car. And you do cut CO2 emissions as you drive the vehicle on that hydropowered grid. If you drive it on an American grid or a German grid or a British grid, you reduce the CO2 emissions eventually, but only by 15 to 20%. So it's ignored in the emissions calculations, it's ignored in the geopolitics, it's also ignored in the cost calculations because the increased cost of hydrocarbons increases the cost of solar power.
And that's what we're talking about. In my last 10 seconds, I'll say, look, everything we're referring to here it's a cost-benefit analysis. What is the benefit you're getting for the cost that you're incurring on people who can probably afford to pay it the least?